Are you like me, a little bit of a scaredy cat when it comes to anything dark or spooky, whether that be a film, TV show, or game, but maybe you still love Halloween and this time of the year? Well, if that's you, I've got you covered, as today I'm sharing a list of cozy games that have just a tiny little bit of hint of spookiness and a whole lot of cuteness. The perfect way to celebrate this season without any of the scares and nightmares. Make sure to share your own spooky game recommendations in the comments, and don't forget to like and also subscribe for more cozy game content. But let's jump straight into these treats. First up, we have an oldie bit of goldie. This is Costume Quest, and there is actually a sequel to this game as well. I haven't played the second one, but it also does have very good reviews. The first one is where I really spent most of my time. This is a Halloween adventure game which starts off all sweet and innocent as you embark on your trick or treating. However, things take a dark turn as a monster kidnaps your sibling. In order to save the day, you must collect parts of costumes and candy, lots and lots of candy, all in an effort to save your twin. The game does have a little bit of combat, however it is turn-based, so it's nothing too intense. And this is where the costumes also come into play, as you will see some of your favourite characters transform into their costumes during the fights. Costume Quest has a good witty story, and it's definitely on the lighter side of Halloween, despite there being a monster and a battle system. Also, don't let the age of the game put you off. I really do think it has stood the test of time quite well. Costume Quest, it takes approximately 6 to 8 hours to complete, so it means you have plenty of chance to finish this one before Halloween. Price wise, you can actually buy both Costume Quest 1 and 2 in a bundle on Steam for $14.99 in UK pounds, which is pretty good, but I have seen this game in Steam sales before, so if you see it drop drastically in price, be sure to purchase it. Up next is Cozy Grove. This one has been out for a few years also now, but I think it fits perfectly into the cute yet a little bit spooky. The game has wonderful hand-drawn graphics, and it's all about ghosts and spirits. In the game, you play as a scout, and it's your job to help these spirit animals move into the afterlife. As you get to know these residents, you'll learn more about their stories and also help them complete tasks and quests, which will all help bring the island to life. And it can include activities such as crafting, decorating, and collecting resources. The game is designed to be played with the real life clock, much like Animal Crossing, and depending on your playstyle, this can be a good thing or a bad thing. I personally think I would have played more of this game had it not been locked to a real life clock, but it still does offer that relaxing and atmospheric gameplay if you're looking for that. In 2022, they released a DLC called New Neighbors, which was an update that added new spirits to the game, and there is also a spin-off of Cozy Grove, Camp Spirit, which is available on iOS and Android via Netflix if you want to get your little kind of Cozy Grove fix that way. Up next is one that I haven't quite got around to playing yet, but it is on my list for this Halloween. This is the Tim Burton-esque style Gloomy Eyes, which released not long ago in September, and it's a moody and atmospheric adventure game where you are responsible for restoring daylight to a world that has been plunged into eternal darkness. During this adventure, you'll be required to solve various puzzles, switching between the two main characters, Gloomy, a sweet zombie boy, and Nena, a mischievous human girl. You will find that there are some spooky elements such as the Gravekeeper style narration and some creepy art, but there is no gore or jump scares, which is definitely good for me. Gloomy Eyes can be found on Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC via Steam. This next one could win the award for the cutest on the whole list, and I'm never going to stop talking about this one. This one is the wonderfully wholesome Love Ghostie. For this one, you enter into a manor as a ghost matchmaker. Your job is to matchmake a variety of different animals and other creatures. There are lots of different options here. To give love a helping hand, you can step in and do things such as setting them up on dates and sending gifts. If love does blossom, then you can watch the couples in adorable cutscenes. One of the reasons I enjoy this game so much is that it is low, if not zero pressure, and the perfect to relax with. It also has good replayability as there are so many good combinations. Love Ghostie is available on PC via Steam, and I found that it ran perfectly on the Steam Deck. In fact, that is where I've spent most of my time playing this one. It is a great option for a handheld game, which if you're a Switch fan is good news, as it has recently also launched on that platform too. Depending on when you're watching this one, this game may not be out yet as it does not actually release until the 21st of October, but this one is too cute not to include. This is Spooky Express, and as the title suggests, you are going to be boarding a haunted train for this one. Set in Transylvania, it is your job to lay out the train tracks and safely transport your guests, whether they be humans, vampires, or zombies. As well as placing down the tracks, you also need to make sure that your passengers reach their destination alive and they don't get eaten. So be careful for that. Gameplay wise, this does sound like it will be a good puzzle game with that darker edge, but the graphics in this game are well done and they still have that cutesy edge to them, which is why this game is perfect for this list. There are also some different themed levels to help inspire you, and you can keep an eye on all of the different areas. When released, this game will be found on PC via Steam. Up next is Penko Park, and the gameplay here is similar to games such as Pokemon Snap, but this one has a bit of a darker twist to it. You are transported to an abandoned wildlife park with your trusty camera. Your job here is to conduct an ecological survey of the mysterious creatures that are now living in the park. Whilst traveling along the train cart, you will use your camera to capture different poses and try to get the elusive 3-star photo rating of the animals that reside here. Each photo will be stored in your guidebook, and as you progress, there are lots of things to unlock, including new tools and features. These include things such as a grappling hand to pull switches and move obstacles. The art style for this game is filled with dark whimsy, and while the creatures you come across are a little bit weird and often sometimes a little bit spooky, they still do have that cute charm to them. Penko Park is again on the shorter side and can be completed in around 3 to 5 hours. You can purchase this one on the Switch, and it's also available on Steam for £12 or $13.99 in US dollars. I know a lot of people will have played this next one, but when you think about witchy games within the cozy gaming space, I immediately think of Wydle Flowers, and it has to be one of the best ones out there. Available on Steam and the Nintendo Switch, this is a farming and life simulation game where you play as Tara. The game follows Tara's journey as she has recently moved in with her grandmother to help run the family farm, but as you get settled in, it soon becomes apparent that things aren't all as they seem, and you begin to uncover a secret witch coven. As you embark on your daily activities such as farming, fishing, and cooking, you will discover new powers such as flying on your broomstick and brewing potions. Within the town, there is also a really nice, diverse cast of characters that you will get to know, and there are some very good romance options here too. It is also fully voice acted, which is nice. If you are wanting to pick up a witchy game this season that has a good story and wholesome vibes, this is one I would highly recommend. The next game I wanted to include is Luigis Mansion 3. You could obviously enjoy any of the others in the series, but I'm mentioning this one in particular because this is a game that me and my husband enjoyed together. So I can recommend this one if you are wanting to stay indoors with a friend or your partner this Halloween, then this is a good one to try in co-op mode. In the co-op mode, you can play as Luigi or Guigi, if I said that right, I have no idea. But in single player, you are able to switch between the two. This game has a few different modes, but in story mode you can check into the hotel, and unfortunately this isn't the relaxing break you desired. Instead, ghosts take over, and as you explore the different themed floors, you will have to solve puzzles and avoid traps. Luigi's Mansion does feature a lot of familiar faces from the Mario world, and it's nice to see them in a creepier backdrop. Another recent release is the Hallowed Garden, which released on PC on Steam on October 1st. This is a Halloween-themed farming sim where you play as a cute little ghost farmer who is on a mission to grow magical pumpkins for the Halloween festival. Players will receive enchanted seeds to grow, and if you look after them correctly, then they will grow into one of 50 unique jack-o'-lantern designs, so you are really going to want to collect them all. There are plenty of upgrades to unlock, which will give you new music, equipment, and more pumpkin patches. The Hallowed Garden is definitely more on the simpler side, so don't go into this expecting a complex farming sim, but it is perfect for the season and the price point is only $4.99 US. We are on to another community favorite that you should pick up this year if you haven't done so already. This one is Little Misfortune, and I will preference this by saying the graphics are cute, but it definitely does have some content warnings and it is more for an adult audience as there is some serious dark humor in here. The story does start out as wholesome as Misfortune wants to give the gift of eternal happiness to her mother, but things soon take a strange twist and there is a series of very unfortunate and unlucky events that take place. The voice acting is top notch in this game and it really does help elevate the whole story. Expect about 5 to 6 hours of gameplay, and this one is available on PC, Switch, PlayStation and the Xbox. It is priced at £15 UK on Steam and $19.99 US, but I'm pretty sure that I did pick this one up at a hefty discount in one of the Steam sales. If you're like me and you love the idea of decorating your house for the Halloween season, but it's just not practical, and I definitely don't have the time for that, then maybe decorating in a cozy game will help get you into that seasonal spirit. MakeRoom is a decorating game that released early this year and it is having a special Halloween themed update. The update will be available from October 20th and it will give players new custom paintings, pumpkins, cauldrons, and a whole bunch more of seasonally themed treats. There are also new features such as an idea generator and daily prompts. I really enjoyed this game so far. I'm currently about 8 hours into it. I haven't picked it up for a while, but this may give me the reason to go back to it. It is currently only available on Steam, but it is verified on the Steam Deck and it's reasonably priced at £8.50 or $9.99 in US. Whimel Academy is another witchy game and this one is fully releasing very shortly on October 24th. I do have a full dedicated video for this one from last year if you want to learn more about it, but it is a cozy magical school simulator game. Players are able to decide what happens in the students' daily lives right down to the hour. So you can choose which classes they attend, what jobs they do, and which other students they socialize with, and maybe even romance. You can also go shopping and purchase items to decorate your dorm room and buy accessories. A witch would also not be complete without a cat companion, so don't worry, there is a cat to pet too. One of the standout features for me in this game is definitely the graphics and the art style. Every scene is beautifully done. You are able to purchase Whimel Academy on Steam. Beacon Pines is also perfect for this season. In this mysterious storybook style narrative adventure game, boy that was a mouthful, I could have written that better, you play as Luca who begins to explore the strange events that are happening in the town he lives in with his grandmother. This game has a really cute charm to it and all of the characters are animal-like, but there are definitely some spooky elements thrown in as well. You should also know that the game does have a few themes that may have you feeling all of the emotions. Beacon Pines will be great for you if you love a good story and a little bit of mystery. Just remember to make your choices wisely. You can find this game on PC, Switch and Xbox. Roki is a game that I have on my Switch. I purchased it during a sale, but I have yet to pick it up. In fact, I might make this my weekend mission, but I wanted to get this one as it has very good reviews and great storytelling, so when I saw it reduced, I just had to buy it. In this one, you follow Tove, who is on a journey to save her family. This journey will take you on an adventure through a world filled with monsters and mystery. The tale has strongly been inspired by Nordic folklore and is filled with a unique cast of cute and slightly creepy characters. The developers say that this will provide a challenge as there is some puzzles involved here, but if you do get stuck, there is a hint system available. As well as it being available on Switch, you can also find it on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and it is Steam Deck verified, which we love. Fans of hidden object games can also enjoy the spooky season with Hidden Cats in Spooky Town and Hidden Cats in Spooky Village. You can play through various beautifully drawn scenes to find all of the cats. From a witch's cabin, vampire lair, and a graveyard, there is lots to see and even more cats to find. In total, there are more than 970 hidden objects in one of these games, so there is a lot to do. These games are on the lower end of the price scale at £3.39 and $3.99 US respectively. You will also find them on multiple platforms. The next one is very cutesy and it features an adorable witch. This is Harmony's Odyssey and players will be required to get their thinking hats on for this 3D puzzle adventure. You'll be required to solve dioramic tile puzzles, and if you are successful, you will reveal a wonderful mini universe. Aside from the puzzles, you will also find a vibrant cast of creatures that will share their tales, some comedic and some dramatic. You will also be able to enjoy one of 7 adorably crafted mini games. I love the colours and the graphics here, they feel very vibrant. Price wise, it is £11.39 on Steam, but you can also find it on PlayStation, Switch and Xbox. On the 20th of October, Isla, a Frosty Glide will be released. This is another witchy inspired game, but it is a very different one from our previous, as it is a whimsical exploration game, where instead of a broom, you actually get to jet around on a skate broom in order to find your lost cat Coco. I love a good exploration game, and I've had my eye on this one for a while, so I cannot wait to give it a go. Again, if you're wanting something that has a hint of Halloween, but nothing scary, then this will be a perfect game to try, and there isn't too long to wait, so be sure to add this one to your Steam wishlist. Another cute but inexpensive Halloween puzzle game to try is Nonogram Halloween. In this one, you use your logic to create Halloween themed paintings and pictures. This one will definitely have you thinking a little bit, but the relaxing soundtrack will help alleviate any frustrations. Games like these are so satisfying, and I love the sense of accomplishment when you see the finished product. The penultimate game perhaps isn't all that cute, and it is definitely the most action heavy on this whole list, but I love the art style of this game, and the premise is also a little funny. This is Voltaire the vegan vampire, and in this farming roguelike game, you play as Voltaire, who has turned his back on the vampire diet, much to the dismay of his father, Dracula. Instead, Voltaire is going it alone and growing crops to sustain his new life. However, this isn't a matter of simply watering your crops, as come nightfall you will find yourself under attack and you must protect your crops using your special powers. I played this one last year and I definitely got sucked into it. It is a little bit addictive. It is currently also in the Steam sale with 55% off, which lasts until the 20th of October. And finally, if you are a sucker for matchmaking games, then check out the Monster Prom series. There are 4 games in this series, and the most recent is Monster Prom 4, MonsterCon. In this slightly absurd dating sim filled with strangely attractive monsters, you'll be able to decide who to romance and date. They are filled with humor and funny situations that will be sure to have you giggling, and the vibrant graphics keep it on the not creepy side. Warning though, there is a clown, so if you aren't a fan of them, beware. You'll find some of these earlier games on consoles, but Monster Prom 4 is available on Steam for $14.99 US and UK pounds. I really hate when they do that. Adjust the prices, please. But there we go. If you want to go back to prom, you can do so with Monsters. So there we have it. There is 20 cute and a little bit spooky games. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments which other ones you enjoy playing. I'm sure I could think of some others off the top of my head. Ritual Raven is one of them that jumps out at me right now, but I'm sure there is a whole other list of them. And if you have any other good recommendations for your members of your community, please let me know. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.